Hello again, Year 11s. This time we're going to do a very similar thing, but this time we're going to find multiple geometric means. So the only difference is that we're finding multiple ones this time, okay? So I'll just show you what I mean. So if the sequence is 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, we know that R is 2 because it's being multiplied by 2 each time. Each one is doubled, okay? But what we're going to say is that all the geometric means between 3 and 48 are all of those ones in between, 6, 12 and 24, okay? These are the geometric means between 3 and 48 because they are going up by a common ratio, okay? They're not going up by a common number, but they are being multiplied by 2 every time, so there's a common ratio between them all. All right, let's do an example. Okay, for example, so we're going to say insert 5 geometric means between these two numbers. So between 1/8 and 8. All right, so what we want to do is insert 5 numbers in between that have a common ratio. All right, so remember our formula. So let's just write that formula. So remember this one that we've been using, Tn equals A times Rn minus 1. Okay, we're going to need to use this. So let's see how much information we know. We know that T7, the 7th term, is 8, don't we? A is 1/8 because that's the first term. The 7th term is 8 because there are 5 numbers in the middle, so that must be the 8th number. So let's have a go at writing what we do know in the formula. Okay, so we know that Tn or T7 is 8, so we're going to start with that. Okay, A is 1/8 times R. Okay, we don't know what R is, but we know what N is. N is 8 minus 1. Okay, so we've used our formula and we've just put in the bits that we know. All right, let's keep going. So 8 equals 1/8 R to the power of 7. Yeah, because 8 minus 1 is 7. What did I write 8 for? Oh, idiot. This should be 7. Sorry. This is 7 because there are 7 terms, okay? Term 7 is 8, so 7 is 7 up here. So this should be 6, okay? That makes a bit more sense. All right, so what we're going to do now is slowly move things around until we get R by itself because that's the bit we don't know, right? We want to find out R. It's our only unknown piece of information. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the 8th. So 8 divided by, let's not write it like that, that'll get confusing because we've got lots of fractions. Okay, currently it's 1/8 times R, yes, so we're going to do the opposite. 8 divided by an 1/8 equals R to the power of 6, okay? That's actually 64. If you type that into your calculator, that's fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make, we want to make the powers the same, okay? Make powers the same. Powers. All right, so we want to get this as something to the power of 6. Okay, turns out that 2 to the power of 6 is the same as 64. Okay, so what you can do here is on your calculator, let's just write what you would do. On the calculator, type in 64, but find the 6th root of it, okay? There's a button on your calculator where you can make this number whatever you want it to be. If you want to find out what this is to the power of 6, take the 6th root of 64. It'll tell you that it's 2, and you can just write it like this. Then you just ignore the powers. So R is 2. Okay, then ignore the powers once you've got them the same, okay? You must have them the same if you're going to ignore them. So R is 2. Now, I'm actually going to use this page here, so I don't need to turn the page, okay? So let's just rope it off. All right, so what we're going to say is we know that 1/8 is the first term. So the next term must be 1/8 times 2, right? So that's actually a quarter, which is very handy for us. Okay, 1/8, 1/4. The next one has to be a quarter times 2, right? Because R is 2, so every time we're just multiplying by 2, which happens to be a half. So keep going. I mean, you don't have to do it like this. You know, the next one would be half times 2. blah, blah, blah. You keep going till you get them all. If you can see a pattern, then that's fine. I will just tell you what the rest of it is. 4 and 8. Okay, so you could keep working it out by just doing that, because half times 2 is 1, yes. Okay, so what you do is you just figure out, once you know what R is, you just multiply the previous term by that. So every previous term is being multiplied by 2, and you keep going till you have 7, because you wanted to find 5 in the middle of these two numbers. So you keep going till you get to 8. You want to stop at 8. You start with 8. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 geometric means inside that sequence. Okay, hopefully that is helpful for you guys. Yep. Ask me questions if you need to.